Okay, Bernard. Is there a problem, still a problem, of our kids being drugged here in New Brunswick? Ritland and all that, their teachers acting like doctors. Is there still a problem?
I'm not hearing as much about it as I did. I certainly expressed one of the first issues that I took on as the Ombudsman. I think the first month that I was here, if not the second month, was the issue of an over
prescription,
a tendency to overprescribe Ritalin in particular. I've been concerned about that. I remain concerned about that. I'm following national trends and New Brunswick trends.
Oh yeah, how's it going?
I'm waiting for more recent statistics, but it's something that I continue to follow. Although I haven't been talking publicly about it. But I am concerned about the use of drugs to control kids' behavior. I understand that sometimes it's required, and sometimes it's the only option.
Oh yeah, there's no question about it.
But I think I think you have to be careful not to look for the easy solution and to bypass other approaches. So it's an issue that remains important to me. My tendency is to think that it's still going on. It's still an issue of importance. But I'm going to wait to see when I have the numbers in the next 2 or 3 months. I expect to have some fresh numbers.
And you had a run-in about French immersion. An ombudsman supposed to keep his mouth shut on government issues?
Well, I suppose it depends on the ombudsman, but what we looked at on French immersion was the process that was followed, and the concern that I had, because one of my responsibilities as an ombudsman is that governments follow due process and fair procedures when they're dealing with an individual citizen or when they're dealing with groups. And in the case of immersion, what concerned me was that the minister had promised a certain type of consultation and didn't live up to it. Ministers don't and governments don't have to consult, but if they say they're going to consult and they say how they're going to consult, then they need to respect that. And that was my concern in the file. Other concerns which are really not the Ombudsman's business.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have talked about whether early immersion is better than later immersion and all of that. I didn't talk about any of those issues. We really focused on the process that was followed.
You know how to answer this? Well, I'll ask you. Should cops be allowed to investigate cops?
Well, the easy answer is no. I think that, and I think eventually we will see in Canada the independent commissions investigating when serious cases, when
like my case, that's a serious case.
When police, I think the threshold that's being used now in places like
Manitoba.
I think Manitoba.
But just a story this morning.
A story in the paper this morning. I can't remember. There are 2 provinces now, I think, that have independent commissions investigating circumstances.
How do you change it?
Oh, government changes that. It's
but they won't listen.
Legislation.
Is it just me, Bernard? They won't listen.
Well, I mean, they need to be convinced that it's the best way to go. It's an expense as well. It's creating a new structure, and that costs money. But I think the right answer is that for the public to be confident that police investigations and procedures don't cross the line, then it's better off that they're not investigated by other policemen.
Okay, that's good. Okay.